Go.
And go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Bake Shop. I am the Chad. This is the Freddy. Wait, you're over there.
Yeah. I'm around.
Good evening, Mr. Freddy. How are you today?
I am great. Other than the rain.
We've had some storms here as well this week, and I think tomorrow is rain all day.
Yeah,
Let's say hi to
Let's say hi to some people.
We got my beautiful wife, Dee, made it in first tonight. She was very excited. She was in there cheering from the other room. We got you. Came in there. Second, we got Crappy Day Fish on Mr. Jeremy DeFord, Creole Catfishing. Travis Young, John Boys Catfishing. Mr. Bumpin' Mike Greenwell, Uncle Jeep. Hillbilly Hippie, Troy from Real and Virtual Outdoors.
You got to give Troy a shout out. Troy does every Thursday morning, usually Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. He's sharing our link out on Facebook. Appreciate it, Troy.
I very much appreciate Mr. Troy. And Troy goes live quite a bit. If you guys don't know that. He is really real and virtual outdoors. He does it all. Lost my place.
Gadget. I see Mr. Gadget. Gene Tillman. Brian B. is in the house. Art from the 1 Ton Fishing Club. 1 tonner for life.
Hey.
See Lance McCoo guy, the Hawaiian fisherman. See, I'm going to interrupt you for a minute.
Go ahead. You're a roll.
El Gato Azul's in here. There's Josh, the weekend angler. Josh, I hope the one was sitting on the porch when you got home. Like I said, the other one should be there Tuesday. Now, see, look, ladies in the house. Man, this thing's starting to fly. Fishing with the squirrel. Wildcat rigs. Mad Catter catfishing. And they're coming in slowly. I think we're caught up as far as that. We got about 30 people in here.
They're slowly climbing.
And I think I'm at the bottom of the list.
All right. We got Look Lady and Susquehanna Stan. You said the squirrel, G-style fishing. I think you got everybody, my friend.
Sweet. Between the two of us, we're getting better at this.
We're slowly getting there. Oh, my goodness. It's Lee Evans.
Oh, man. The man himself.
I watched him a little bit this morning. I don't know if they ended up catching anything or not this morning. Him and Mr. Mace Dog. We got Fishing the Dream. What's going on, my friend?
You got Whisker Dream Ricky in the house as well.
Let me see Ricky.
Sweet, Josh. I appreciate it. Like I said, she's not done yet. She got another one coming just because.
We got Panfish Nation has entered. They got a show right after us. If you did not know that, where you been? They got Mr. James Dockery on, I seen tonight.
I know, the angry fisherman himself.
Mr. Creel, thank you, buddy.
He said first for tonight.
That's right. Greatly appreciate you, my friend.
Now, see, your favorite niece, Honolulu.
I was getting ready to stop the press. Miss Honolulu has made it in. Nice that she got off early tonight. Appreciate her joining us, spending her valuable time with us tonight.
Oh, and there's Amy Evans, the Catfish Rookie's in here as well. So we got the Evanses in here. Evans. Oh, and there's your nemesis right there.
Who's my nemesis?
Roger's in the house.
What's up, Roger? I gotta share something.
It's all mine. Michelle's in here as well. Paul Boyd has joined us now. Mike Irvin. See, they're starting to roll in.
I'm dying.
Nope. Well, you just die. Go ahead and die real quick. It'll be all right. I'll catch you up and then you come back to life.
I'm back. I'm good. And so apparently Roger thinks he's funny.
You know, I've there's some little things floating around out there, huh?
There is, and apparently, he shared it Tuesday night. I had to go up and defend my honor. J Dog defended his honor, and Chris had to jump on just to defend our honor because it was very rude. I would never treat him like that. I would never, ever put my face on a body that I could never, ever pull off outside of the YouTube world like Roger did. Still don't know where Skip was. Couldn't see Skip in the picture. But, it is what it is. Oh, Danny Stone, I do not. Hey, Miss Cindy. But, I was taken back a little bit by it, but I was cheered up later on. So I do want to know, Roger, to know that there are some pictures floating around of the river princesses as well. Here's one of them leaving the bait shop. Oh, look at them little fellas. Aren't they adorable? Oh, I'm missing them. I'm missing the.
Was that the one you was talking about that started it
Oh,
all?
now look. Why you even got to bring up bad memories?
I just wanted to make sure that everybody gets the whole gist of it before we got going.
Yeah. So I just want to let him know that people were watching him, Zach, and Skip when they left the bait shop the other day. There was pictures taken.
Oh, there were.
My skills are not up to par, huh? I'm not sure about. I do got to ask one question before we go on because we're going to talk. Figure out what's going on with this spawn here in a minute. But I don't know. I don't think this was at a bait shop. I'm not sure what they were doing together, but apparently they had one wild weekend.
Oh yeah. They had that must have been a really good weekend for them. You see the smiles on their faces.
Yeah, I can't even look at that no more. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know what these guys got going on, but they're going to get their butts kicked by the River Kings.
They must have got a hold of Brian B though, because those pink shorty shorts, they must have borrowed some of Brian B's shorty shorts.
That's what I heard. I heard they had a Brian B lookalike contest.
Oh, that's what it was.
All wearing their pink shorts. That's all anything that I was told. Don't know anything else about it. But anyway, looking forward to getting that set up. So, dude, what's going on with friggin' Spawn? The heats? I hate it. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I think everybody's tired of this heat already. It's gotten nasty, hot. But yeah, it was 90. I think it got up to 93, 94 here today with 70% humidity. So we were saying 110 or something like that. And then all of a sudden we get our evening thunderstorm that comes through and kind of ruins it all. But, it's kind of died down now. We still got a little bit of sprinkle, and it should stop here in the next half hour or so. So if it's good enough, we may go out on the water tonight, but I don't know yet. It's all about the post spawn, it seems.
Here we go. We're not allowed to complain about the heat in Creole's presence.
Well, our 80 degrees is Creole's 95 degrees. So, yeah, we can complain about it.
That's right. We've been in the 90s a lot the last couple weeks. So I believe Mr. Lyle had 100 either yesterday or today. I can't remember what day it was. He was mentioning it. It might have been Monday night. He said it was going to be Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember, but they were hitting about 100 out of Missouri. So that's just too hot for me.
105 in Texas today. Oh, and there's my other daughter, Tatum.
Hey, Tatum.
Talking about I'm a weatherman. Yeah.
Tatum. But it's Elgato, 105 down there, though, ain't that like really dry? So it's probably about 85 here. I'm going to give him a 20-degree difference. But Lyle says that was yesterday and today. Well, you guys can keep that weather. We had a heck of a storm come through yesterday, and we actually had a tornado north of us over in somewhere in Ohio, Cincinnati, somewhere. And down here we had hail and flickering power and all that kind of stuff. But
oh, wait, look. See, I got somebody to back me up. See, Catfish Bandit right there. Boom. The heat index for us was 110 today. So
it just makes fishing miserable.
It does. That's why you gotta go at night now. That's what I've been doing. We've flipped over to night fishing.
That's what I've loved. When I was a bank fisherman, it was always night fishing. We'd stay out all night. I got a boat, and I prefer to fish during the day. But I've been 3 times now in the last few weeks at night just because of the heat. It's been peaceful, and then an hour after the sun goes down, it feels so freaking good.
Yeah. Even if it's still 80 degrees, the humidity drops down. You get a slight breeze. Oh, it's a whole difference there.
Two rats fighting in a wool sock.
Is he talking about muskrats fighting in a wool sock? Maybe.
Let's see. Lee Evans said him and Mace Dog sat 5 hours in simmering boiling water for one fish, but lost a hog at the boat, well over 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Heartbreak. I've noticed several people talking about losing fish at the boat this year and recently.
Hush your face mouth, as Chris would say. If people don't know, I've got lights coming in. I've got blue on my boat right now, but I've got some amber lights, some red lights, and some purple lights coming in. So I'm going to have 4 different colors on this boat of mine. And so, yeah. And speaking of that, I had to go, because I've got so many lights I'm going to be installing, I had to go get me a switch box just for my lights.
Goodness gracious.
So that's a 6-switch light, which is going to just run the lights only. I'm gonna have I got a separate switch for the pump and everything. But
how many batteries are you having just run for lights now?
Just one. Magically, I've got three batteries on my boat. All 3 of them are AutoZone, whatever knockoff car batteries, the smallest ones you can buy. Well, 2 of them are, and the third one is the actual lawnmower battery for a itty bitty lawnmower, and that runs the sonar. So
before long, ladies and gentlemen, he's gonna be like, I got to get rid of my switch, and I just put a household plug in, and I just run he's gonna have a big wheel on the back, and it's not gonna be for paddling. It's just gonna be a long extension cord that runs wherever he goes on the lake to his boat.
Uh-oh, look, Creole said that switch panel looks familiar. But yeah, it's got 6 toggles on it, so I'm gonna have, I've got the 4 light colors, and I've got my regular night running lights, and then I've got my floodlights up front for when I'm driving. So there's my 6 lights.
Goodness gracious. What's going on, you boy Troy?
I can run the lights I got all night long on that one battery and flip-flop them around however I need to. So it works fine.
See, Indian Ink. Good evening and welcome. Mr. Maurice Cason. What's up, buddy? Downtown Ernie Brown.
Yeah, I'm rewiring the entire grid.
Do you have I was going to say, do you have a hydro or anything down there? You don't have a hydro or anything? I was wondering if maybe you could plug into the hydro power next to the dam or something and help power your boat.
I might have to get me a couple of those pull behind spinners that make electricity and some motor and just let it recharge the batteries.
I can see it now. If you ever bring your boat down to the Ohio and a barge spotlight, you can spotlight it right back with your boat.
And look, the man who gave me the boat, Lee's even getting in on it.
Freddie needs to fish by Hoover Dam to power his boat.
Hey, it works. Hey, Nina wanted the blue lights up front, so we went with blue. They're great as far as light, but they're not so great as far as bugs. We did some research, and white, blue, and purple are the three that the bugs are most attracted to. Supposedly, the blue ones we got aren't as bad as the black light and the white lights that we had on it. So, but then we looked it up. The red's pretty good. Your actually best color to have on it is like an orange amber. That's
really
the most deterrent for bugs. So we found that out. But I got a feeling that orange yellow is not going to be as good as far as brightening up the boat if you're going to be live or something. So that's why we got the red as well.
Might have to look into that, because I know the 2 times that I've used I used the UV lights the one night, and the bugs were just insane on the back of my boat.
Yeah.
And then Sunday night when I went out and I was live with J Dog, and thank you. I was live with J Dog and them, and I had the Compex light, but I had the Compex light extended, 12 feet. I had it maxed out because it was trying to get the bugs away from me.
Yeah.
Dee walks out to the boat the other day and she's like, "Oh my God, you just watched this thing." Dude, I had mayflies probably 2 to 3 inches thick in parts of my boat.
Yeah, it's bad. This year seems to be worse than the past couple of years anyway.
Yeah. So I need to figure out something to get these bugs out of there to keep me some light. What kind of lights? There we go. What kind of lights?
Black lights / blue light rod. We know that it's more black light than anything. Yes, that means they're attracted to that color light. Thanks.
Now you tell us. I thought Roger, shared all of the secrets, but
the good thing is with all these different lights, I can actually do a live and do some testing on what color works best for the bugs.
I get to see you flipping switches down there, and
exactly.
People are going to think there's some kind of party going on the water there.
Indian ink green is like in that middle spectrum. You got your blue and black and white that are attracted to the most. Then it comes green, and then your red, then your amber. From what we've read and did our research on. Sean, I actually do. I've got a 2-plug power inverter on the boat. I could put a bug light there, but if I did that, I'd have a pile 4 or 5 inches in a matter of minutes of so many dang bugs.
Oh, it gets ungodly out there. At least what I've seen so far. And like I said, I haven't been out night fishing in a long time, other than from the bank. So I'm like, why are they coming across the middle of the river?
But it is nice being out there on the water at night. You don't have many, if any, pleasure boaters out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a few other anglers out there fishing. So it's nice. Usually the water's a lot calmer, especially on the lakes. The rivers, yeah, you still got the current, but not as bad as.
Yeah, it's not as bad right now.
So
I told you it was so dead. Do what?
We got to get back to what we were talking about. This post-spawn thing. We started talking about
post-spawn yet. Or are you in your neck of the woods anyway?
I think we're coming out of the spawn, to be honest. Like I said, this past week, this last week and earlier this week, when I did get to fish, I fished mainly right here at the house at the local lake, which is channel cats and flatheads, and caught a lot of channel cats this past week. And I'll probably say I could tally it all up, but probably in the past week and a half, I probably caught 40 to 50 channel cats, and 40 to 45 of them were back to normal color. You could see the marks on them from where they were fighting during the spawn. And I've only had maybe a handful that are still that deep, dark, almost black looking color and swole up. So I think we're coming off. The flatheads, same way. You can see some of a lot of their colors, the greenish browns that our flatheads are around here, they're back to that normal color for the most part. We're getting some that, and you can see the scarring on them. However, they may be starting to go back into spawn, being that the water temps that mid 80s, that 86 to 88. So that might hurt me. But every trip I've made, the past week and a half, I've caught at least 2 flatheads every night. So that tells me, that I think they're coming off as well. I know the blues down at Lake Murray and one of the other lakes I fish, they're pretty much biting, starting to pick back up pretty regularly too. So I think around here we're coming off of it. We might not be completely out of spawn yet. Of course, you got some late spawners and things like that, but I think we're starting to, if nothing else.
Yeah, we noticed Friday night that bite was really slow, and then after about 3:30, it really picked up. But we caught some okay fish. The biggest one we caught was 20, and I really didn't see any battle marks on that one. Here's that one. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, I've been going after these. I've got this flathead trip right now. Since I've caught those handful and got trailed this.
Here we go.
I've got a flathead itch right now. So again,
you sound like Mark.
I know, but again, I got a lake 10 minutes down the road from me that's loaded with flatheads and channel cats. Or do I drive an hour and 15 minutes to go look for blues? No, I'm going to go right here to these flats and
go right next down.
Yeah. And then again, my heart's still hurting from 2 nights ago. Well, 2 mornings ago, I lost the biggest fish I've ever had on a line. Flathead at that. I could see his head. I mean, literally his head was twice the size of mine. You know how big my head is. So, it had to be a big one.
That is a big fish. But I'll be honest, y'all. I've met Freddie in person, and on screen doesn't do it justice how big his melon is. So,
but yeah, I from seeing flatheads in person that size, around that size, I want to say it was between 50 and 60 pounds. So a monster flathead, And again, I was throwing double hand size shell crackers out there. So I was doing epic proud, doing that donkey bait out there for them.
There you go.
And I sat on that fish. I marked that fish about 3 hours prior. So I went just above him on the lake, anchored up, and I sat there 3.5 hours before he bit. But when he bit, he took it. And my little old mini rod and my little Zebco 33 Max was doing great. I had the drag set. He was taking it. We'd reel it back in. Take it, reel it back in. I fought him for a little bit till I got him up where I could see his head, and I knew it was big. I was scared I was going to lose him, so I loosened the drag up a little bit. Zebco's that little button drag. I hate it. He took about 2 or 3 drags. I reeled him back up, and it locked up. The line locked up on that drag, and he did one hard tug and snap. There went the line. 30-pound line, 30-pound Berkeley Big Game snap right there at the boat. It snapped up the line, not actually at the leader or anything like that. It broke right there where the little nipple is inside the spinner, which tells me that drag locked up on me.
That's what I was getting ready to say. So I was going to say, by chance, do you know how strong the drag system is on that reel?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. It's the Zebco 33 Max. So it's, I think they come prespool with 20 pound on it. I took it off and put 30 pound on it. I want to say 14 pounds, maybe 15 pounds, somewhere around there. It's lower end because again, it's not made for huge catfish. But
yeah, something had to have either locked or been nicked or something for it to break if your line strength was double what the max drag is on it. So
yeah, so like I said, he pulled it once after I loosened up. He pulled it once. I gained a little on him, and he hit it hard that second time, and that drag didn't go anywhere. And like I said, it snapped, and it snapped right inside of that reel head, right where the little nipple does that reels the line in. So I know it had to be the drag that locked up on it. I ain't even messed with it. I got mad at that rod. It's sitting in the yard right now.
Oh, I love it. Dee's in here telling everybody I won't take her fishing.
What?
Well, you've been going the past couple times and she hadn't been with you. I'm just saying.
Here we go. Chad won't take me fish. Now Sean T is out there. Oh gosh, here goes Matt.
And there's my buddy Mark Whisker Pig Fishing. He's a local guy here out of Waterloo, right here around Greenwood area where I fish at. Great channel, amazing content. He fishes Greenwood like I do a lot. And look, he said that fish was just playing with. He knows there's some huge flatheads in that lake. And typically the flatheads here, they'll do that typical 9 times out of 10, they'll do that typical slow bend on the rod when they hook up. And you get some good pull on them, they'll come to you about 80% of the time. They'll just come swim to the boat until they see you. Like you said, once they see you, it's time to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like flathead, the closer you get to the boat, the better the fight is.
Danny Stone, yep. And I don't know if it was it's a brand new reel, so it wasn't grooved up. Like I said, it had to be the drag locked out on me. I'll get out there and mess with it one of these days once I get unmad at it.
Does that ever happen? No. But yeah, so it makes you at least want to go back and find that daggone fish and keep trying. So, now Mrs. Whisker Dreams is on it. The weekend anglers saying shame on me.
Yeah, and see, Mark says he caught a 70 out of that lake, out of our local lake there 2 years ago. So we know there's some big ones in there. They're always seeing pictures of 40s to 50s a couple times a month at least, if not a couple times a week when it heats up. So again, I think our spawn here is dying down. We're getting to the end of it on our end if it ain't already done with some of the fish.
Yeah.
Now I know y'all are kind of like in the middle of it right now, aren't you?
I think we should be coming off as well around here. Typically, a lot of people, seemed like they were saying that they thought the spawn was starting early this year, but I don't know. I mean, most everybody will agree that they don't all go on at the same time. So I would say though that we are starting to come off. Like I said, that 3 to 6 a.m. range where we really started picking up the bite, and it was very short, and they were all, 7 to 10 pounds, and then we caught that 20 pounder, and it was like they were eating everything. We had shad, skipjack, moon eye. It wasn't my boat, but they had chicken on the boat. The only thing we actually did have bluegill out there as well, and I think we caught something on just about everything out there.
Yeah, I'm lucky that we can use some of the baits that we use around here. I know the local lake, like I said, Greenwood, we can actually use. My brand new favorite bait to fish flatheads is comet goldfish, the orange goldfish, the comet goldfish is what they're called. We can fish them at Greenwood, and they got them at the local bait shop. And let me tell you, the first time I went to try them out, I threw probably a 3.5, 4-inch goldfish out there. It hit the water. I tightened the drag, pulled in the loose line, went to throw another rod, and the rod bent over. That's how fast that flathead tore it up.
Really?
And that's what I've caught 90% of my flatheads on the past 2 weeks, past week and a half, 2 weeks, are on goldfish. The other ones have been live bluegill, but yeah, that's my new favorite bait for flatheads.
Yeah, Shanti, hey, if she doesn't want to go, that means I can still go. So if she can't go, that still means that I can go. I wouldn't hold her back if she wanted to go fishing.
In the end, yes, black salties, yes, they're basically a goldfish. Basically, they're similar to a goldfish. They're just that goldish black color. They're not that orange color. They still work. I've caught a couple on it. It's just something about that orange color of an actual comet goldfish, I guess. And we got pretty stained water for the most part, semi-stained is pretty stained. It's just, I don't know if it's something with the smell of the goldfish or what it is, but they tend to love it more than they do any other bait.
Well, maybe you should test that while you're also testing your lights. Get a black salty and a goldfish, maybe a bluegill and some other baits, and do like a taste testing with each light. Do maybe different color combos. So they're your bait. I don't know what
the light, and yeah, it could be the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the amber light. You throw the goldfish. You throw the blue light, you throw a bluegill. I don't know.
I don't know. Big Wrench Catfishing is joining us, and also Ryan Bortz.
What's up, Mr. Bortz? Talking about somebody's been on some freaking fish lately.
Wait, I missed one. Where is it? There it is. I had to do that one. That was just too funny.
Really, Jeff? Why don't you go take Christina bluegill fishing?
Oh, that's a sore subject too, because he went last time he went without her, didn't he?
I'm pretty sure just about every time.
He was even in a tournament fishing for bluegill without her.
Yes, he was. That would have been the Slab Master tournament. That was right after. No, I think it was right before. Was it right before or right after he lost her fish at the boat because he couldn't net a fish?
And Roger's getting technical in there. A goldfish is just a breed of carp, pretty much. And Josh said the reason he ain't took her is because the bluegill ain't biting. Come on.
You're so full of it. What's up, Miss Michelle? On Xmas Day, I told Tom to get dressed and get out.
What's going on there, Jeremy Tournament Cats? Jeremy actually has a little, I don't even remember what the name of it's called, the bait fish thing. We're going to have a little mini bait fish tournament Friday night and Saturday evening, I believe, this coming weekend. Can't remember what he called it, but yeah. Hoping my weather holds out, but I don't think it is because we're calling for thunderstorms every afternoon until Monday. So we'll see.
Oh, that's why. Tom got a new Uncle Lou rod and an Abu reel that day. You're such a great wife, Michelle.
Ooh, this ought to be a special. We hadn't seen Ryan Bortz live in a long time. I haven't anyway. He's got 2 tournaments Saturday. I believe he's got a bass tournament during the day and then a catfish tournament that evening.
I was starting to wonder if Ryan has kind of slacked up because used to I would see him out there for, he'd be like, hey, this is Ryan Bortz, day 3, hour 12, 45 minutes into the trip. Been set in the same spot fishing, and I've caught 2 fish today.
Indian, it's not a dumb question. The reason most of us use that 7 to 8 foot, which they've got me into it. I used to use 10-foot rods all the time from the bank and then from the boat. That 7 to 8 foot seems to be that magical number for the boat. It's like that magical length from the boat for most people. The longer rods, better from the bank. I'll give you that. Longer rods, 10
I agree with you there.
Foot are going to be the best thing for the bank because you got more oomph to chunk the bait further.
Yeah. Well,
here's Creole's excuse. He says shipping costs.
I was gonna say. One is the shipping cost. 7, up to 8 foot is typical, and under is 1 tube. But bank, when I was a bank fisherman, 10 to 12 footers is what I use. But a lot of people will use 14, 15 foot rods,
or
to get out there,
16 foot,
or 16 or whatever it is that Danny uses.
Danny uses a 24 foot, I think.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to cast it. He just kind of extends the pole out there and drops the bait. But from a boat, a lot of people will go into that 7.5 foot. You want a little bit shorter rod. I've got one that's an 8 foot, but pretty much everything else that I have is 7.5. But just a little bit easier to handle. Casting and all that kind of stuff.
Danny Stone said Black Betty's 32 foot long. 16 foot long.
No.
That's right, Creole. Not all of us use radio antennas. Danny definitely has a good service wherever he goes.
Yeah. That is probably true. Maybe he is. He's on to something, getting a little bit better service with them 20-foot rods that he's using. Oh,
And
Ryan,
I would just say it's your personal preference. What do you feel comfortable with? If you're in a boat or a kayak or from the bank, just use what you're comfortable with. If nothing else, go to Walmart, get an 8-footer, get a 10-footer, get a 7-footer. Sit there and play with them in the aisle. People don't care. Figure out which one you feel more comfortable with and use that. It's all preference.
use the 10-foot Carnage. Yeah, I've tried both. When I was bank, like I said, 10 and 12-foot rods is basically what I used. Both of them worked really well for me.
Now, I know the kayak guys don't like the 10-footers that much. That's why they go to that 6 to 7 foot, sometimes 8. But it's just that's too long of a rod to deal with from the kayak, I think.
I would agree. And then like Muddy Chris Flores, Muddy River, coming out with the shorter, like what was it, 7 foot for the flathead and the Paul Smith rod, I think it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, I believe it's a 7 foot even.
It makes feels a little bit more comfortable with somebody, or somebody maybe like the height of Chris Lee. 4-foot rod would probably feel like a 7.5-foot rod to a normal person. So
that's a good one, Mark.
You have
Danny, do you have a red flashing light on your rod on Black Betty?
You got to make sure you don't take down an airplane when you're casting.
And I see Jerry Parker just joined us from Parker Pursuits.
What's up, Jared Parker?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of those. I've got a 6-foot rod that I use on the boat a lot. I've got mainly the 7.5 because that's just what I've got, and then I've got 1 or 2 8-footers. But it's just whatever you're comfortable with.
Freddie, give me 1 minute.
You do what you got to do.
Keep them company. Apologies.
Now, Sean T, that's not good. You can't be having an Uncle Lou rod sitting around for over a year and not use it. You got to put that thing on the water. Do we like those Hellcat rods? I personally don't have one, so I couldn't tell you. I know some guys in here have them and like them. It's again a name brand's a name brand. You get what you pay for, they say, but at a certain extent, they're all well rods, really good use. Will a Hellcat do better than an ugly stick? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because we know what the world record right now is being held on, and that's an ugly stick. So Ryan Bort says a new bumping rod for the Yak. Fancy TV, what's going on? Yeah, they are. In the end, it all depends on what you want to get out of it, what you want to pay into it. It's personal preference. Some people is looking for that name brand. Some people's looking for the quality. It just depends on what you want. But it all depends. The rods don't catch the fish. You're right. Here, Ryan Bort said it best. The rods don't catch the fish. The man behind the rod and the knowledge does. Exactly right. Yeah, the rod plays a part in the pulling and getting some leverage. And a cheap rod, I have a better chance to break than a more expensive, more quality rod, but they'll all work.
Well, I see that.
Why did we start talking about this when we was talking about the spawn?
I don't know. I'll go back and put and other stuff in the title or something. But here's the thing. When it comes to rods and stuff like that, yes, not all rods I don't think all rods are created equal, but how you handle your fish being on rod, in the back of your truck, in your boat, will also help with the longevity of your fishing gear. I'm rough on stuff like that.
You don't want to have like 18 rods just laying in the back of your pickup for months at a time.
I do. Well, they're always ready to go.
Well, yeah, but
So if I decide to take a left instead of a right to go to work, I have fishing rods in my truck ready to go.
Yeah, but you want to rotate them in and out, not leave all the same ones in there for a whole year.
Yeah, that's not good. But no, what I was saying, there's a reason why the ugly stick, it has the world record blue cap, right? The guy knew how to freaking use that rod. A lot of other people may have broke, they may have lost that fish. He knew how to work what.
And then Ryan Boy says he keeps this in the truck all year, every day.
Well, I can't say that I don't keep mine in there. I get made fun of at work all the time. My employees will be like, "Don't you ever take your fishing stuff in?" And I'm like, when it wants to cuddle.
There's a new name I haven't seen in here, Sidero Rogers. I hope I said that right, but welcome to the chat. And he just said he got 3 pools out there in Indiana.
All right, welcome in there. Can we call you Sid? Because if not, I'm probably going to butcher your name. But yeah, Indianapolis.
Daryl, so I put Sidero. I was hoping it was Cy, not Sid. So Sidero's what I went with.
Sidero. So
hopefully we ain't butchering it too bad. Appreciate you coming in.
I like Sid. That's over there towards Chris Lee's neck of the woods. We got Fin Seeker TV have made it in. Clearview saying hi to Clearview Outdoors. I'm glad somebody can see Skip because I couldn't.
You said it, Sid Darrell.
I just want to remind everybody about Mr. Fin Seeker TV. Now that we figured out how to get this channel monetized, originally Finn was the first one to have the same issue. So we need to help get his hours up if possible. So make sure you go over and watch Mr. Jeremy's content, see if we can't get it back up so we can see if we can fix his. Never forget, millions of years ago, some stupid fish decided to grow legs and walk onto the land. The fish condemned us all to rent and taxes. Really, Josh?
I just had to click on it. 922 Crappy Day Barbecue. What's up? I said Crappy Day. It's just Crappy Barbecue, but it's all the same.
What's up, Mr. Kevin?
There's Mr. Kevin, Palmetto Cat's Adventure Blog.
There you go. Fin Seeker TV binge coming soon. Sounds like a great plan to me, Mr. Creole.
And D threw out the link. If you haven't checked them out, please go check them out. Watch some footage.
So back to the original conversation, since you keep deterring us off into other stuff.
Me? I'm just answering the chat's questions. Here's a good person to ask. Kevin, is the spawn over at Santee, or is it dying down?
How about we ask everybody? I mean, I know you're playing favorites. Kevin's your favorite and stuff. I mean,
well, I had to ask
don't
Kevin
play favorites in the chat.
Kevin's like a couple hours down the road. Come on.
Kevin says negative.
See, they're a little bit different than us. They're more on the coast, so they get that warm breeze, and they always start up later than we do anyway.
Oh. Really, Roger? I'm like the most educational fella around. You laugh so hard you don't even know you're learning.
Ryan says the spawn's over in Louisville, and Kevin said today he caught one.
That's because Kevin can't pick where to lick.
He caught one stupid fish, he says.
One stupid fish? One. He said one.
One.
What's up, Kentucky Redneck? Yeah, and it could be time of day.
Could be. Could be the daytime.
I'm probably right. Hey, don't feel bad. I can't fish where to lick half time either. But it should be about pretty much over for most of us. So I say we're starting to see some bigger fish being caught, even if it is mostly just by Ryan Bortz and the Mississippi guys. Well, the Mississippi guys were, I don't know, they didn't catch as many last week as they did prior to that, did they? Oh, you didn't watch because you're an East Coast guy. Okay, East Coast.
I didn't watch because
you guys do that East Coast.
And I see catfish one of the causes here.
Changing the subject again.
Hey, I'm just getting back.
You're not going to get them. You're not going to get Employee of the Month this month. Just so you know.
It's okay.
You're failing. I don't trying to remember the fish that we caught over the weekend. I really didn't see any marks on any of the bigger ones. Now I don't know. I was going to show the one fish, but
that's the problem right now with Kevin. He had one fish, but he only used 4 rigs. We got unlimited rods from the boat, Kevin. Unlimited from the boat.
porcupine.
Wait, he might have been from the bank. If he was on
He
the
may
bank,
he may say one fish, 4 rigs on each pole. You never know with them.
Yeah. Well, we can only use 4 rods from the bank, but we're unlimited from the boat. And trust me, I use at least 10 on the boat now.
They got into the fish last week, just no big ones, other than Jeremy catching sharks.
Exactly. They're catching fish. Well, they're not really fish, are they? They're something.
Okay, now I understand. Roger says nobody comes here to freaking get educated.
A shark's not a fish. A shark is a shark. Okay.
No.
Oh, he lost 4 rigs.
Oh, lost 4 rigs.
Or that one fish.
Oh, boy, you sure can get snagged. You start to fish like me.
No, Danny, sharks are not fish. Sharks are sharks. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Danny, help me.
Everybody's saying it now. Look, Creole's in there.
There's
Kane from Green Machine outdoors.
Yeah, change subject. Green Machine, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But yeah.
I know that, guys. Leave me alone.
I was going to show that picture, though, the one that we caught the other night, but I don't know if it would be too disturbing for everybody. Did you see that thing? This whole part of the fish was just ripped off.
It was just deep. It got beat up by something.
It got laid into for sure, and still had 2 hooks in his mouth off of a double hook rig. The thing is not giving up. It may one day be the ugliest world record, and it will be caught out of the Ohio River.
That's right, Uncle Jeep. They're not.
Uncle Jeep, don't listen to. Stop.
This is a comedy, Mark. It's a comedy show. We educate with comedy. That's my story, anyway.
Well, we're something. We don't even know what the heck we are, to be honest with you.
No, we don't.
And I'm gonna be honest. This was one of the first times. So normally, what happens is about 15 to 20 minutes before the show starts, we come backstage and we say, "So what are we gonna talk about?" We said we don't know. We just go with it.
That's all we can do. And looks like Kevin's spent half of his salary this month on Demon Dragons because he's already lost 20 to the bottom of Moultrie already.
That's expensive. That is expensive. But when did I reach out to you? Monday or Tuesday? It was Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
I said, "What are you going to talk about this week?" I was actually going to plan everybody. And Freddie's reply was, "I don't know. We'll decide Thursday night." Like, fine. So I was creating the thumbnail this morning, and I was like, "God, man, it's spawn over." That's what we're talking about. I'll just throw that on the name of it. Then why is the whale shark the largest known fish on the planet? Freddie.
It's a shark.
What now, Freddie?
It's a shark.
Yeah, I heard about this. There was dolphins up in the James River.
I did hear about that from
Yeah, I'm gonna start questioning because he reels in a friggin' dolphin, and we're gonna have problems. He'd be like, "I caught a 222-pound dolphin," and are you gentlemen getting your ladies a brand new pink help crop rod on Friday?
Yes, they just come out with a new color.
Well, thanks for throwing us onto the bus if we did or we didn't there, Kevin. Kevin just cost me freaking $200.
Just say thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. What's Home Alone or not? Yeah, it was Home Alone. Kevin. 6 a.m. Eastern. Oh, they'll probably be sold out by the time I get up for work at 6:30. Anyway.
Somebody's staying up all night.
Hey, I'll send Dee the link. She can buy her own. How about that? Yeah. Kevin gets to see manatees down there where he's at.
Yeah. Why does the pink one have to be for the ladies? I love my pink Mad Catz rods. Well,
that's right.
They're Nina's, but I use them so. And Cody, that's a great question. Freddie. I don't have any, but I'm not going to get into it because I don't. That's one thing I don't like. Fussing about what rod's best, what rod's the worst. You know, go with what you want.
I mean, I'll be honest. I personally never even got the chance to use a Hellcat rod, and whether you use whoever's brand, it's everybody likes it personal. Different actions, different, grips and all that kind of stuff. So I don't get into it either. I have, I don't know how many different brands of rods I've got in there.
Now I'm in trouble. Thanks, Kevin.
Oh, now Freddie's got he's got to buy 2 Hellcat rods. Great going, Kevin.
No, I was saying I use their Mad Catz pink rods because I like the pink color and they shine really good. Now Nina's mad at me because I'm using her rods. Thanks, Kevin.
Oh, I thought he meant that she meant that you had to buy them both a Hellcat rod each. Now.
Oh no, that ain't.
I thought that's what Kevin did for you. That's a good point right there. Best rods is what you can afford.
That's right.
I would love a discount code for some Pizza Hut. I think it's FTW20. We'll get you 20% off at Pizza Hut. Don't quote me, but if it's live yet, but you can always try it. It's better than freaking Brian B. Catfishing's code.
So we think the spawn is winding down, at least in our areas. I'm trying to get back there. We got like 6 more minutes.
Dude, I'm trying to reel you back in 14 times on this. I gave up.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll find out tonight if they're biting around here. Well, I hope so. If we end up going.
Well, I plan on trying to find out this weekend because it's gonna be beautiful out.
Well, it's gonna be nice during the day, hot and pretty, but then storms in the afternoon but then nice at night. So I might go at night because Nina's working this weekend. So I might go out some this weekend.
Well, the storms that we're getting tomorrow, we're sending to you for the weekend. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
Can we still call them manatees? Yeah. Get out of here. I was trying to figure out what he was talking about, and you caught me off guard. Lord have mercy, son. Your loose broke. Ooh.
Oh, there's Tom.
There you go.
LG Bass is joining us. Tom from LG Bass.
What's up, Tom?
And I don't know if we said hi to Babylon Cycles, but what's going on? Thanks for joining us tonight on this wild and roundabout show.
We have no idea what direction we went with the show.
That's why we're
the one time I tried to create a subject for Freddie to talk about, and I think we've literally spent about 11 seconds on the topic. Super sticker Kevin. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. He likes the super stickers. I love it.
Did you say super stickers?
Super. Don't judge me.
With the shades on.
It's over in North Carolina, and the cats are biting. Got a 10 and a 22 last weekend, and several others. Awesome, Mr. Gadget.
Well, we're going to get out of here shortly ourselves, Big Wrench. Appreciate you for joining us and hanging out with us tonight as much as you could. We got 72 people in here still.
Because they're freaking awesome.
I know.
I
They come for the comedy and the good looks.
good looks.
Well, we are twinning with our hats.
I mean, we are twinning with the hats tonight. I do dig that.
Yeah.
It's cause I like hearing you pronounce your S's. Super sticker. Super.
That's what I thought he said, Michelle. She's trying to get you in trouble too.
I did not say stupid sticker. I only need Kevin to give me like, I don't know, 149 more of those super stickers so I can get the freaking rod that he just cost me Friday morning.
I know, right? Well, Mark, I think we established that Danny Stone needs at least a red light on Black Betty because
that is true. That is something that came out of the night show is a beacon of light at the end of Black Betty. It may save some potential, flight mishaps. So, and apparently we've established that a shark isn't a fish. Thanks to Freddie.
It's a shark, okay? It's its own category.
Is that because they get Shark Week doesn't mean they're not a fish?
See, they have their own week. It has to be their own thing.
Freddie.
It was not an Uncle Lou rod, Danny Stone. It was a prototype 5-foot mini rod. It was actually a surf rod that was 5'6", and I cut 6 inches off of it.
Oh, Freddie.
Really? No. You got a job. You buy your own.
I think I heard he say he may do that for you. That you should probably get your hopes up, just like that. Hopefully, one day a shark will be recognized as a full fish.
It's actually pronounced. Kevin said it's pronounced
short. Short. Super sticker. Sorry. Oh man, but yeah, I'm hoping we're gonna be able to go out this weekend. It's supposed to be high of 79 on Saturday, and depending on what this rain does to the river, we are like dead current. So I should be able to go out and direct baits maybe.
There you go.
Depending on how much this rain pushes that into it. I got to update the Wikipedia. Short.
Hey, we've been on here an hour.
I know. Superstar. Any final words for tonight, Mr.
Wow. Boom.
Show of my brothers. Love you. Love you, Josh. You know what? Just for that, you go bluegill fishing by yourself.
Don't yourself.
You don't even take her as Tina. And when you come home, you just park your boat right in our parking spot.
Wherever you want.
You just do whatever you want. But don't be surprised if he puts the worm shocker on you.
So we are, let's see, we're rolling right at an hour. We got Panfish Nation next with famous angry fisherman James Dockery coming on next. So y'all jump on over and check them out as soon as we get out of here.
Yeah, as soon as we end, we've got the great Lyle Stokes, the awesome so-called Mark. I'm sorry. Palmetto Cats. Thank you, buddy, for your super sticker. You're super awesome. Is that better? Much love, buddy. No, actually, honestly, Kevin, I did go through trying to figure out the whole super sticker and all that kind of stuff because I can't see him on StreamYard. So when I go back to the studio, I see him. He used like a different one every time, but I did notice he had a unicorn theme. I'm just going to throw that here. What is favorite knot for braid on a swivel? Polymer knot. Polymer knot every day.
All day.
Every day. Oh, I've done went and upset Palmetto cats. I will make it up to him.
Shh. I'm
Indian
getting Google
Lake.
changed with Ricky. Google is getting changed.
Google says sharks are a fish. Indian. I'm trying to think. It kind of sounds familiar, but I don't. I know I've never been there, but I'd have to look it up. I know a lot of people that do different tournaments and stuff on a lot of the Ohio lakes, but it's not one I'm super familiar with. But it kind of sounds familiar. Super sticker coming! Yeah!
Look at that comment.
What, sharks for it because they don't have.
See?
What is up with you all in this shark? Everybody's in timeout. All right. We're out of here, folks. You guys make sure you go over and see our friends at Panfish Nation here in about 10 seconds. We will
Get
see
on
you
over,
guys.
y'all.
We will see you guys next week.
Or on the water.
Maybe on the water.